Hello and welcome to another ICT lesson. Today I want us to look at pages, sections, columns, and breaks. You know very well that when you are using word processor like MS Word, when you keep on typing text on pages, the text flow from left to right, then from top to bottom. When the text reaches the bottom of a page, it flows to the following page so that you move into the page 2. So simply a page is simply one unit of a document which is printable. That means if I want to print documents, I have to print them in segments called pages. A group of pages makes what we call a document, and a document is normally a file in word processing. And when you open that document, you will get pages in it, and the pages are normally labeled from top to bottom as 1, 2, 3. Those are what we call pages. Now, apart from pages, we have what we call sections. In this example here, I have a document which is only one page, and in that page I can have segments. And the main reason why people might prefer to have sections is maybe I want to put a subtitle of a story here and another story below in the same page. So I will divide that page into sections. And in my example here, I have section A and B. Now, automatically, when you are printing in a page in MS Word or any other word processor, the text is being typed into one big column. And we can say that your document is made up of one column. But sometimes you might want to split the text into more than one column. And in that case, you will be having two columns. Like here, I can say this is column 1. Then the text will type when it reaches the end of this page, it will move to column 2 and continue like that. And in that case, I will have created a 2-column section. And the first one is a 1-column section. And it is interesting to the readers to see pages split into different sections, and they are formatted into columns, just like a newspaper page, where we have stories flowing in different columns, and it is developing interest for the readers to keep on reading and reading a document, rather than having one large column with everything in it. Now, what are breaks? Breaks are simply splitting of text which was flowing in a certain way into a certain place. For example, if my text is ending here in this example, if my text is ending here, and assuming it was still going downwards as I am typing and I don't want it to go downwards, I will create a column break here so that the text flows to the second column. That is what we call a break. I'm creating a break to split the text from the previous flow into a new flow. That is what we call a break. Another example of a break is if, for example, I have page 1 here and I have written my text up to the middle of this page, and I want the following text not to go to the lower part of this page. I want it to start in a new page. Then it will mean I will create a page break here so that the next text being typed starts in the new page. And that can be well demonstrated in MS Word application. Let me start MS Word. Now I am in MS Word, and you can see here I have a document which has 2 pages. You can read from here. This is a 2-page document, and it has 3 stories. This is the first story about state not ready for total lockdown in hotspots. Then the other story is about Singapore here, and that story has a picture here. Then the third story is here about an island on lockdown. We will come back stronger. So you can see the text is flowing from this first story continuously to page 2 without any break. Now, what I want to do, I want to separate these stories such that each story will be on separate page. So I will start with story number 2. For story number 1, it is already on page 1. So I want to shift this story 2 to page 2. I will click before the title here, where the story begins. After clicking, you will see the cursor blinking there. I will come to break and choose page break. Now you can see it has moved to page 2, and there is empty space here. So story 1 is in page 1, and story 2 now is in page 2. I will do the same to move this story 3 to page 3. So I will just click before the title of the third story, come to my break, and click page break. So you can see here my document has different stories in different pages. So that is what we call a page break. The next thing I want to do, I want to separate this text into 2 sections. So I will come here and click before this paragraph and press enter, and I will just type here title, something like actions taken by government. Now I have a subtitle here. I can make it maybe bold and give it maybe a green color, or any other brighter color like that one. So here in page 1, I want to create 2 sections. This will be section 1, and this one will be section 2. And I want to format this section into a column. I want this section 2 to be into 2 columns. I will just select my text like this, then come to page layout here, and I will choose under columns. I will just choose 2, so that I have 2 columns here now. This will now be section 1 with introduction, and section 2 is this story with column. Now I can even come to my column here and just click the end of this paragraph and press enter. Then I can insert a picture in the column. I can get my picture maybe of hand washing, and I can insert it here in the column like that, so that I make my story more interesting. And I can even resize the size of the picture to the corner to fit in the column width. Apart from that, I can even come here, down here, press enter. I can even come to the end of this paragraph and click, and I can press enter to create a space. Then come to insert under tables. I can even insert a table there. So you can see we have pictures and tables in between the columns, and one page is split into two different sections. The last thing I want to show you is assuming I want to insert a map in page 4. I want to create page 4 and I want to insert a map. I will just come to the previous page, the last page, press enter here to create a new paragraph. Then I will just come to page layout, break, and this time I will create a section in the next page, section next page, to create a section in a separate page. I will click that. Now you can see I have a section here, and all these papers are in portrait orientation. The portrait orientation means it is like the paper is standing upright with the height longer than the width. Now, because I want to insert a map in the 4th page, I want to change this page into landscape. So in order for you to do that, you have to create that section break in the next page. So I'm there. I will just come to orientation here and click landscape. And you can see now this page is in landscape position compared to the other pages which are in portrait position. So I can come here and just write here map and press enter. I can just decorate this title. Then I will come and bring my map here. Can have map of Africa here. Now the paper is in landscape position. I can stretch this image very well to cover the page as large as possible. So you can see the page is made up of 3 portrait orientation pages and 1 landscape orientation page, which was created by breaking a section. I want a line here after the picture, and I want to create page 5, but I want it to be a portrait. You can see page 5 is now landscape. So I want to break the landscape to move to portrait. So I will just click the end of this picture here, come to page layout, breaks, then choose break next page. Okay, when I have created a break to the next page, now here this page becomes independent. I can go back here to orientation and choose portrait. Then the page goes back to portrait, and I can even come here and write here use mask, like the person below. So in this page I can format that title here and make it bold. So I'm going to insert a picture here of somebody using mask, maybe. Okay, so you can see page 5 is in portrait with the picture. Then moving to page 4, page 4 is in landscape because of the map. It is in landscape. Then the other pages, they are back to portrait because I use the section break next page to differentiate how I'm going to format these pages. The last thing I want to do now, I want to start insert page numbers below these pages. So I will just come to insert page numbers, then I'll choose here bottom of page, then move like this. There are different formats to choose from. I will choose this one, which normally writes page 1 of 1, page 1 of 2, like that, and click it. Okay, and we can see it has come. I will just come here and close the header and footer. Now you can see my pages are numbered, starting from this one is page 1 of 5, this is page 2 of 5, this is page 3 of 5, this is the only landscape page, and that is page 4 of 5, and the last page is back to portrait, that becomes page 5 of 5. Go ahead and try this at home. It is not difficult, and I hope you'll be able to design attractive documents by using sections and breaks. See you next time. Bye bye.